If you have been searching for closet organization ideas, then this is the video for you. Wood Closet Designs has an amazing modular system that you can easily install yourself. I'm going to show you how to install these closet organizers in just a few simple steps. With common tools, you can easily upgrade your closet with this modular system in just one day. The first step in installing your closet modules is going to be to put your hanger cleat on the wall. Before we do that, we need to mark our wall to find out where the studs are. First thing you want to do is mark your height on the wall, which I've done with this painter's tape. The height isn't that critical. What's most important is that you get as many screws as possible into the studs. I like to use one of these toddler locks instead of a stud finder. It's going to stick right to the wall wherever there's a drywall screw or a drywall nail. It's much easier to find where the studs are this way. And then just mark your tape wherever you find a stud, all the way down. They're going to be roughly 16 inches apart in most houses, and just continue all the way down until you have all your studs marked. When you're installing your hanger cleat, you want this point, the ramp, to be away from the wall. The screws are going to go through this part into the wall and grab a hold of your studs. You don't want the screws to come out on this part here. That's where the modules are going to hang. Another thing you're going to notice right off the bat is this is not that cheap particle board that you're going to get from the big box stores. This is solid wood. This happens to be maple. Yours might be oak, depending on which system you pick. You definitely don't want to just try driving screws through this. You're going to have to pre-drill this wood. Otherwise your screws could split the wood or your screws crack off. This is where my first hanger cleat is going to go, and my last stud is right here. I'm going to need to put an anchor near the end of it. You need a secure attachment point within 3 inches of the end of your hanger cleat. So let me show you how we go about taking care of that. This is the end of my cleat that's not going to hit a stud. You want to come in about 3 inches and up from the bottom about 3/4 of an inch. Take the drill bit that they give you with the kit and drill a hole there. Next, you want to take the countersink that they sent you with the kit and just countersink the hole a little bit so the screw heads are going to recess. You're looking for something about like this when you're finished, so the screw head is going to be below the surface. Don't worry about this, you're not going to see it. They give you some adhesive veneers to cover up the holes when you're all done. Now put your cleat where it needs to go. Take your drill bit, put it into the hole, and just give it a little tap to mark the drywall. These are the anchors you want to use to install the hanging cleat. Don't use those plastic anchors that come with the Closet Maid kits or that you can buy at the home centers. You want to use a serious anchor like this, and the way they work is this part screws into the drywall, and then you take this metal screw and it goes in, makes that bar flip up, and as you tighten the screw it pulls this bar up against the back of the drywall. It's going to hold it really securely. Those plastic anchors aren't going to work. You need to use these. Take note, you want to make sure these arrows are pointing up and down once you get this screwed into the drywall. Now what you want to do is put your screw into your ledger board and get it started into your anchor. And then you can just start to tighten this up. Don't tighten it all the way up at this point, just a secure attachment. Now you can swing your board up because it's attached at one end and pre-drill for your next screw. You only want to drill through the cleat itself, not all the way into the stud. Get it nice and level. Don't rush this part. It's going to affect the entire rest of the installation. As you're putting your screws in, keep in mind what's on the other side of the wall or inside the wall. Like if you have an inset medicine cabinet in a bathroom on the other side of the wall, try and have an idea where your plumbing is. You don't want to be putting these screws into that. And also, when you're finished here, take the time to mark your studs down low, about 6 inches from the floor. I'll show you what that's for later. This is the hardware that comes with your modules. You have cabinet door hinges if you have a unit with doors, closet rod cups, one's a ring all the way around, one's a half moon shaped. You just have to, when you put them on your panels, put one on one side, one on the other, otherwise you won't be able to get the closet rod in. These are the cam pins and the cam locks. These are similar to what you'd find in an IKEA PAX system, but these are much more substantial. They're really strong and they lock these things together really sturdy. These are the screws for attaching drawer slides, and these screws here are for the closet cups and shelf pins for your adjustable shelves. These are the side panels for the modules, and like everything else in this system, they're made out of solid plywood with real wood edging. This isn't some cheap stick-on stuff. This is real wood veneer on solid plywood. Just to give you an idea, this is how thick the front edge is on this. So it's going to be very substantial. You're not going to have to worry about this stuff chipping and cracking. The instructions that come with your closet are very easy to follow. There's a lot of diagrams in here, but all you have to do is count the number of holes, put in the hardware that they tell you, and the system goes together very easily. This first unit that I'm going to be putting together has drawers and a rod to hang clothes from. So let me show you how easy it is to put this up. I counted my holes and just put some masking tape there to make it easier. And I'm mounting the drawer slides now. When you mount these, this green part here goes down and towards the finished edge. And there's a hook that goes in the back towards the unfinished edge of the plywood. So that way you'll know how they get installed. Now we're going to take our cam locks and put them in our shelves. We have a slot here, needs to face towards the outside edge of the shelf. So we just put them in and give them a tap. The modules that have a drawer at the bottom, you can't put those drawer slides in until you put the bottom shelf in, otherwise you won't be able to get the shelf to clear. Now we're just going to take our side pieces and hang them up facing each other. I have my cam locks in the shelf in all 4 spots, and now I'm going to put the bottom shelf in. This is different from the IKEA stuff. The pins don't slide into the end. The shelf drops down onto the pins. So you're going to have to wiggle the pieces a little bit to get them in place, but it's not that difficult. Now you take a Phillips screwdriver, put it in this hole, and turn it clockwise until it tightens up. It'll pull the pieces together. Now that I have all the shelves in, I can install those bottom set of drawer slides and put the drawers in. Okay, just so you know what's going to happen, these holes here in the back of the drawer are going to engage into those hooks, and the green part on the drawer slides is going to hook into these latches right here to keep the drawer from coming loose. And if you ever need to take the drawers out for whatever reason, you just pull on these on both sides at the same time. You'll be able to pull the drawer back out. You want to hear that click. That'll let you know the drawer's engaged. Creating a custom design for your master closet that will keep your entire wardrobe organized is easy to do using the software on Wood Closet Design's website. The modular system works easily in a walk-in or reach-in closet and is specifically designed for the DIY person. You don't need any special tools, woodworking, or building skills like you may have seen in the videos by Sandra Powell or Home with Stephanie. A master closet with good use of space, good storage, and good lighting is easily within your reach. When your closet overhaul is done, you'll have plenty of storage for your entire wardrobe. So if you want to clean out and declutter your closet, but you don't have any ideas or plans, Wood Closet Designs can have a professional designer help you plan a closet makeover that you would be proud to give a tour of. Now I'm on the other side of the closet getting ready to put in a corner unit. If you've selected options that include a corner unit, you definitely want to put the corner unit in first. They have two choices. They have one with shelves and one with turnstile for shoes and things like that. Mrs. House Doctor and I opted for the ones with the shelves, so let me show you how that goes together. Put the back piece in first. It hangs off both cleats. And you'll see I already have this prepped for the next unit, but put this on and you put another one on over here. First shelf I'm going to put in is this one that has 3 cam locks. It has 2 in the front and 1 in the back corner. And once we get that one in, we'll work our way up. Now you want to lock this in before you start putting the other shelves in. Now you're just going to start putting your intermediate shelves in one at a time, working your way up. This next unit has hinges, and this is the way they're going to come in the package. There's a little button back here. If you push that down, the hinges come apart. Take this piece and screw it to your side panel. This piece goes on the door, and then you can easily just snap the doors in place. Now we're going to take the part of the hinge that goes on the doors, and you're just going to lift, we're going to hold here and just lift up on this. It's like a little door. Then you're going to push the hinge into place and then push the door closed, and that's going to lock everything in place. No screws. Now you're just going to take your door and snap your hinges back in place. Now let's install some accessories like this valet rod. Remember those marks we made down at the bottom near the floor? That's to help guide us when we install these support brackets at the bottom that stabilize the system. All you need to do is take your bracket, screw it through here into the stud, and then put a few of the small black screws up into the unit.